season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will be first on the attack. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Jackson will throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
The sure hands, it's Peppers. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Jackson gonna throw it. And he ends up taking a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complimentary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on both possessions. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's going to catch it, big fella.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes a connection. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Petty. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Yeah, and you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Off the play fake on first down, to throw. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And that hurts because 2nd down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's 3rd down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch bunch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Unloads to the wideout. Banners! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Cowboys with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing
it's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a roll.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble with a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back home.
And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground.
Well, there you see the speed on defense. Offense trying to attack him with the run game to the outside, but how about the defense's ability to shed blocks, go east-west, and rally to the ball carrier, forcing him out of bounds for a loss.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. The run from the shotgun. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got...
He wants to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Wide open downfield. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo pick.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking to throw again. They're working that left side. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the 1st down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Razorbacks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Peppers. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll pull them back to within 6.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Got it in the middle. It's Coates. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The offense will quickly use a timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Are forced to settle for 3. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this 1st half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's hear another high. And send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high rate.
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. Fires left. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Catch in the middle, it's Hills. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback. They get him at the 46.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Makes the grab. It's Peppers. Open space at the 25. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Never a doubt. That'll pull them back to within 6. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on that 2nd down.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because in 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Finds his big tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. The give from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Now on first down from the 28. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Going to the run. It's Peppers. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He caught it! Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. By cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The 50. The 40, running inside the 20, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama has a lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 8 over Temple. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To work up top. Makes the catch. It's Casey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where We expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Caught near the sticks. It's Peppers. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Peppers. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. Gonna look downfield again. Caught. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Razorbacks! A great catch and run for 6. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. He wants to throw it. Makes his way into the end zone for the deuce, and now they're within 5. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He'll try to take it back.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock and try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Tight end now in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put...
He hurls one deep down the left side. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
I just love when running backs make those decisions. And when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit. But I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Coates. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back.